A very good morning to one and all. And today class I'm going to explain about the implementation of three address code, which is the most important concept in intermediate code generation. And again I'm recalling the definition of what the three address code is and how to represent a three address code. In three address code form, at most three addresses are used to represent any statement. That means, see here we're having an example. There is an example of three address code representation where T1 is equal to B minus C. And from this example, where this T1, B, C are the operands, we're considering them as an operands that can be of names or any type of an constants or any compiler generated temporaries. And operator here, we are using an operator in the statement number 1, that is a minus operator. And OP, in between the B and C, there is an operator. Compulsory, it should be an operator. That means the operators can be fixed, or it may be a floating point arithmetic operators or any type of a logical operators, or sometimes we can choose the Boolean value data. And here only a single operation at the right side of the expression is allowed at a time. Make a note of this. It's the most important thing that you need to consider. Only a single operation at right side of the expression is allowed at a time. For example, if I want to write two operations at the right hand side in one statement, that does not comes under the three address code representation, right? That means it's the wrong representation in three address code. And what the three address code representation is, only the single operation at right side of the expression is allowed at a time. And here we're having some lines of statements. We're calling them as an intermediate language, or also can be called it as an translation statements. Translation statements in an intermediate language. For the example of this DAG representation. Initially from this translation statements, we need to represent a DAG from the given expression. If the question is construct and DAG for the given expression, first you need to write in an intermediate language translation statements, and then you need to draw the structure of like this, and then you need to draw the representation, DAG representation like this, right? Is it clear? Again, I'm repeating the most important definition of the three address code. Make a note of this. In three address code form, at most three addresses are used to represent any statement. At most three addresses. Make a note of this. And here we're having a representations. For example, T1 is equal to B minus C. Considering T1 is equal to B minus C. And in T1 is equal to B minus C, this B and C are the operands. And it may be sometimes T1 is also an operand, but it comes under the compiler generated temporary. It comes under the compiler generated temporary. But B and C are the operands that can be of names or constants. And in between the B and C, we are having an operator, right? And any type of an operator we can choose here. And but again, there is a constraint that at the right hand side of the statement, only single operation should be performed, should be allowed. Not more than the single. The statement should not use not more than the single operation. Make a note of this. And here, what T1, T2, T3, T4 and T5 are, these are the temporary names generated by the compilers. Temporary names generated by the compilers. That means at most three addresses are allowed. That is 2 for operands and 1 for the result. And the name of this representation can be called it as a three address code representation. Is it clear now? What the name of this representation is? A three address code representation. And with this definition and with knowing how to represent the address statements, that means an intermediate language statements for the given expression. Now we are going to learn what are the forms of representations for three address instructions. Forms of three address instructions. Here we are having different forms of representing and three address instructions for writing the statements, in a temporary names. And here x is equal to y of z, x is equal to of y, x is equal to y. These are the three lines of statements that we are using for, these are the three forms that we need to represent for when we're taking an input in the form of an algebraic expression. That means it should be in an infix or postfix or prefix, whatever it may be. And for the expressions we are going to represent by using such forms, such type of forms. And go to L, if go to L, and if false X go to L. And these are all for the conditional statements. We are having the lines of code for the conditional statements, then we choose these forms of representation. And for procedural calls, we are having paramex call p comma n, y is equal to call p comma n. These are the forms of representing an 3 address for procedural calls. For error representation, x is equal to y of I and x of I is equal to y. These are the two we are using for arrays. And for pointers, x is equal to ampersand y and x is equal to star y, and asterisk star is nothing but an asterisk y, and asterisk y, asterisk x is equal to y. These for the pointers. If for the pointers, if you need to represent the 3 address code, then you are choosing this form, choosing the form like x is equal to ampersand y, or x is equal to star y, or star x is equal to y, right? These are the forms of 3 address instructions, and this is an example which was I already explained to you in the last class. And here directly I am going to the concept of implementation of 3 address code. Here, implementation of 3 address code, that we can also call it as in data structures for 3 address code. How many data structures are there for the 3 address code? Means there are 3 data structures. One is in quadruple, the second one is in triple, and the third one is an indirect triple. Explain about the implementation of the 3 address code. The same thing that you need to write as an answer. That is explaining about in quadruples with an example, and triples with an example, and indirect triples with an example. Then that comes under the implementation of an 3 address code. What it means is the 3 address code is an abstract form of the intermediate code that can be implemented as a record with the address fields. And here there are 3 representations used for the 3 address codes, such as in quadruples, triples, and indirect triples. While coming to the quadruples, the quadruple is a structure with at the most 4 fields. It consisting of 4 fields. That means it has 4 fields. What those 4 fields are: operator, OP is an operator, argument 1, ARG is an argument 1, ARG2 is an argument 2, and result. What it means is, the OP field, here we are having 4 fields for representing the quadruples, right? For representing the quadruples, we are having 4 fields. Once you see the slide, then you can easily understand what the 4 fields are under the quadruple representation. And here the OP field is used to represent the internal code for the operator. Make a note. OP field is used to represent the internal code for operator, and argument 1 and argument 2 represent the 2 operands used, and the result field is used to store the result of an expression. And these are the 4 fields. By using these 4 fields, the quadruple is a structure of at most 4 fields. In such a way, we are defining the quadruple. And what the triple is. With an example, I will show you how to represent a quadruple. See, here I am having an expression b into minus c plus b into minus c. This is a given expression. Consider the input statement b into minus c plus b into minus c. Now, what I need to do is, first I need to represent a 3 address code for this expression, and then I need to represent a table for the quadruple. Table consisting of 4 fields: operator, argument 1, argument 2, and result, right? First thing is to write an 3 address code. First what we need to do is 3 address code representation is must and should. So from this expression, I am writing the 3 address code statements like this. That means intermediate language statements, translation statements like this, based on the 3 address code representations. B into minus c. First, initially I need to store this minus c in a temporary name T1, right? And this minus c is multiple with an b, right? That is T2 is equal to b into, already this minus c is all stored in an T1. And the half of the expression was completed. And now again b into minus c. This plus is acting as a mediator between this left hand side part and the right hand side part. Make a note of this. You need to choose the mediator operator between the whole expression. I am choosing that plus is the mediator, is an interface between the two expressions, that is the left hand side part and the right hand side part. After combining with n plus, then the overall expression is completed, right? Then initially I need to check it out. This part is completed and overall this one is stored in an T2. Make a note of this. Now I am writing for this part. Again the minus C is stored in an T3. This again this minus 3 is multiple with an B, right? T4 is equal to B into T3. And now this is stored in an T2 and this part is stored in an T4. Then finally T5 is equal to T2 plus T4, right? For example, A is equal to, if the expression consisting of A is equal to or X is equal to, you need to store, you need to assign this result to some other variable like an A or X or W, whatever it may be. Then A is equal to T5. A is equal to T5. What it means is A is equal to what the T5? T2 plus T4. What T2? T2 is B into T1. What T1? Minus C. And what this T4? B into T3. What T3? Minus C. Well, then after doing a reverse engineering, so finally from this translation statements, we get the expression. From this translation statements, we get the input statement, given input statement, right? This is the way of checking whether the translation statements are in an correct, whatever the translation statement that you are generated in a 3 address code format for the given input statement is in a correct format or not. In such a way, you need to check it out by doing a reverse engineering, just by substituting what T5 is and what T2 is and what T3 is, what T4 is, and so on. And then finally, if you generate the same input statement as it is from the given input, then the representations are in a correct manner, right? And this is a 3 address code representation from the given input statement. Now, the first data structure is a quadruple, right? It has 4 fields. Now, everything should be in table representation. The 3 data structures should be represented in a table representations. First, initially, I am taking for the quadruple because I know what the quadruple is just by knowing how many fields it consisting of, what the operator field is, what the argument 1 and argument 2 fields are, and then finally what the resultant is, right? And the operators consisting of the operators, what the operator field is, use it to represent an internal code for the operator, right? So from the 3 address code, T1 is equal to minus C. What the operator here? Minus is an operator. And what the resultant here? All the left hand side comes under the resultants. All the left hand side. In the translation statements, all the left hand side parts comes under the resultants. And the right hand side, the combination of the computations with the operands and the operators, right? So by using these 4 fields, I am representing an quadruple table. Minus T1, minus CT1. The argument 1 is an C, that is an left operand and right operand. Here I am having only the left operand, that is C, minus C, and the resultant is stored in an T1, right? And this is left and this is right, this is an operator, that is star B T1, and it is stored in the resultant temporary is an T2. Is it clear now? And here again minus C, again it is an argument 1, that is left operand, and the resultant is an T3, temporary name T3, and minus is an operator, C is an argument 1, and then in the resultant we are writing an temporary T3, and then T4 is equal to B into 3. Again, this is a resultant. In the resultant, you need to write an T4. B is an argument 1, T3 is an argument 2, and star is an operator. See, once you check the table, whatever I am explaining from the 3 address representation, directly that was stored in the fields. Fields in the sense, in the argument 1, in the argument 2, in the resultant, and in the operators. And here, T2 and T4 are the left operand and the right operand, and plus is an operator, and the resultant is stored in an T5. And as per from in the quadruple representation, initially the operator, right, plus, and the argument 1 is an T2 and argument 2 is an T4 and the resultant is an T5. Is it clear now? And finally, A is equal to T. A is an resultant. A is an resultant operand. That means it should be in a result. It should be placed in a result. And T5. T5 is the argument one. Nothing operation is performed here, but here we are using an assignment operator because the overall computation of this T5 is assigned to the variable A, where A is an resultant variable here. So T5 is an argument one and is equal to is an assignment operator, and A is an result. A is placed at an result. And from these lines, from this translation statements, how many translations we are having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. From the 6 translation statements, I represent an quadruple data structure like this. That means quadruple representation in a table like this by using an 4 fields. By using with an 4 fields operator, argument 1, argument 2, result. Nothing is there, just the thing is from the input statement. First initially you need to write or you need to represent the translation statements in a 3 address code. That means here the temporary names are generated by the compilers. That's why we are using T1, T2, T3, T4 and so on, right? So, and knowing about what the operator, what the argument 1 and what the argument 2 and what the resultant, what we are doing here is just we are representing the each and every translation statement. We are placing the each and every translation statement into a table. That's it. That's about an quadruple representation. Now you need to know what the triple is, what the triple representation is. And here, after knowing the quadruple representation, what is the need of using these triples? These triple representations are used for temporary variables. That means here temporaries are not used and instead references to the instructions are made. What it means is in temporary representations, the use of the temporary variables is avoided here. Here we are avoiding the usage of the temporary variables, and by referring the pointers in the symbol table. See the table here. What the table consisting of 3 fields. That means here I am eliminating the temporary variables, avoiding the temporary variables. That means I am not using an result table, result field here. Only I am having 3 fields: operator, argument 1 and argument 2. Right? Instead of the resultant field, that means the result consisting of all the temporary names, right? These are temporaries generated by the compiler, isn't it? So instead of this, to avoid these temporary variables, what I am doing here is I am referring the pointers in the symbol table. Just I am using the reference pointers. That means I am using the pointers. That pointers are used for referring the sequence numbers in the symbol table. Right. Here the triples has only 3 fields: operator, argument 1 and argument 2. See the same thing, how we represent the quadruple table, the same thing here also we are representing, but here we are giving the sequence numbers of each and every row. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows and 3 columns. First column is about an operator, argument 1 and argument 2. Here, instead of writing this T1, T2, T3, T4, how I am replacing here is, that means how I am using the pointers and how it acts as a reference from the symbol table means, just by giving the sequence number here, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? For the serial number 0, the resultant is for T1. For the serial number 1, the resultant is T2, right? For the serial number 3, the resultant is T3, right? In like that. Here, see, in the place of T2, in the place of T1. And what the reference number, see here, it is in 0. In the place of T1, I am taking the reference number as an 0. And in the place of T3, the reference number is T2. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. 0 is for T1, 1 is for T2, 2 is for T3, 3 is for T4, 4 is for T5. Is it clear? Is it clear now? Now, for it is 5 for the last row. 0 for T1, make a note. 0 for T1, 1 for T2, 2 for T3.
Wherever you get the T1, you need to write an reference number 0. Wherever you get an T2, you write an reference number 1. Wherever you get an T3, you write an reference number 2. Wherever you get an T4, you write an reference number 3. Right? Is it clear now? That means, see here, C, only we're considering only these two fields, right? Argument 1 and argument 2, minus C star B in the place of T1. T1 is assigned with a serial number 0, right? So in the place of T1, I am using 0 reference number, minus C, in argument 2 nothing is there, and here star B T3, in the place of T3 with a serial number, T3 is referred with a serial number 2, right? So in the place of T3, I am using 2. And in the place of T2, T2 is with an 1, is referred with a serial number 1. And T4 is referred with a serial number 3, right? That is 1 and 3. Is it clear now? Is it clear? And here, this only we are avoiding the temporaries, not the variables, right? So in the last, see in the last row is equal to argument 1 is an A, argument 1 is an A, and what the argument 2, the T5 is assigned with an serial number 4. So this T5 is an 4 now. The reference number that we are using for the T5 is an 4. Nothing logic is there. Just like here, initially use the serial number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. And instead of avoiding these temporaries, just use the temporary serial numbers for that temporaries. That means T1 is in the serial number 0. For the serial number 0, the resultant is stored with an T1, right? So that 0 is acting as a reference here. That means here, whenever we are avoiding the temporary variables, and by avoiding these temporary variables, here we are using the references. References means referring the pointers in the symbol table just by taking from the serial number itself. Right? Is it clear? This is about a triple representation. Triple data structure representation, and the table for the triple consisting of only the 3 fields. Here the representation of the use of temporary variables is avoided only by just referring the pointers in the symbol table. Make a note of this. That is a triple. And now, knowing about the third one is an indirect triple, right? Indirect triple. Here what we are doing is, up to now we know the 2 data structures. One is a quadruple and the second one is a triple. In indirect triple representation, the listing of triples is being done. The listing of triples is being done. That means listing of pointers are used instead of using statements here. How it is possible? And what I am doing here is, in addition to the triples, we use a list of pointers to the triples. Here I am having a statement like that. And here what I am doing here is, I am using an extra table for it. I am using, or I am representing an extra table. That means I am not performing I am not using the references directly. In an indirect manner, I am using the pointers. Did you get? I think so. I think you understand what I am saying. What it means is, the difference between the triple and the indirect triple is, there by avoiding the temporary variables, the temporary variables are avoided just by referring the pointers in the symbol table. But here what we are doing, instead of pointers, that means listing pointers are used instead of using the statements. How it is represented means, see, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the references, right? These are acting as an referring pointers, right? So I am representing an table, extra table like this. Extra tables for the reference pointers. That means only for the operators we are calling them. Whatever it may be, these are the reference pointers for the temporaries. We avoided the temporary variables, right? So for the temporaries, we are writing an extra table like this. That means you can take any number, either it may be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 like this, or 35, 36, 37, any type of a number you can choose. From 0 to 5, any type other than 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
You can choose any type of number format, or it maybe starts with an 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 like that. So coming to the representation of an indirect triples, again this table representation also consisting of only the three fields. One is an operator, and this first one is an argument 1, and the second one is an argument 2. And the same thing as it is how we are representing a triple, same as it is here also we are representing in an indirect triples. But what's the differ between these two? What's the difference between these two means, see here, in the place of 0, I am using 35. I am using 35. In the place of 2, I am using 37. In the place of 1, I am using 36. In the place of 3, I am using 38. In the place of 4, I am using 39. What it means is indirectly I am referring, not in a direct manner, indirectly I am referring the pointers from the symbol table. That means if I call the symbol, if I call the reference number 39 means it indirectly points to the 4. And what the temporary variable in the 4 is T5, right? In the 4 is T5. Then that what will happen here? We are not directly accessing, we are not directly representing the triples, sorry, indirect triples. Indirectly we are performing that. That means indirectly we are representing the tables just by creating another table with the new reference numbers for the old reference numbers. That's why here I am writing like this. These are the old reference numbers from the triples, and from the indirect triples I am giving 11, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 like that, a new number. And instead of this 0, 1, 2, 3, I am using this new reference numbers. That means this comes under the how we are naming them as, and these are the listing pointers that are used instead of using the statements. And here, after knowing the 3 data structures, that means implementation of the 3 address code with these 3 data structures, and knowing about how many fields it consisting of, and how the quadruple representation is, and how the triple representation is, and finally how the indirect triple representation is. And then we need to know what the merits and demerits of these 3 data structures. Coming to the quadruple representation, using temporary names, there we used in temporary names, right? The entries in the symbol table against those temporaries can be obtained. And whereas while coming to the triple, in triple representation, the pointers are used. By using the pointers, one can access directly the symbol table entry, right? That is the advantage of the quadruple and the triple here. And while coming to the indirect triple, list of all references to the computations is made separately. That means in triple and quadruple at one place at a single table we represented, but here we are maintaining the 2 tables, 2 separate tables. That means what it shows is whatever the list of whatever the references that we are having for the computations, those are all made separately, and again those are all stored in a symbol table. And here by using this indirect triples, this is similar to the quadruples representations. Both indirect triples and the quadruple representations are similar, but some utility is concerned here. But what that utility means, in indirect triples saves some amount of space and compared to the quadruple representation. But using of this separate table, like reference, that is referencing with an pointers in a separate table, it comes under a merit or demerit. Here we're having a question for that. And what the advantage of the quadruple representation is, by using such type of representations, by using the representations with the 4 fields like an operator, argument 1, argument 2, and result, one can quickly access the values of the temporary variables using the symbol table. That means use of temporaries introduces the level of indirection for the use of the symbol table in the quadruple representation. That is the most advantage here for the quadruple representation. And the quadruple representations are beneficial for the code optimization. And for the next phase of the compilation is a code optimization, right? And these are the beneficial for the code optimizations.
And here I'm having a question that is it by using a separate table, that means we're separating the reference numbers from the indirect triples. That means there is a difference between the triple and the indirect triple, right? What a small difference is, just the computations is made separately and stored. And but I am saying that the quadruple and the indirect triples are similar as far in their utility of the concern. Whatever the utility is concerned, as for that, the both quadruple and the indirect triples are similar. And by using the separate table, is it comes under a merit or is it comes under a demerit? Having a question like that. And thus three address code simplifies the task of generating an actual code. To understand how to obtain the three address code for various programming constructs, it is necessary to understand the various forms of intermediate codes. And here, this using of separate table in an indirect triples is comes under the merit of the data structure that is an indirect triple, because here we're showing how we are taking the symbols from the symbol table directly with an reference numbers by using an pointers, and how we are taking the symbols from the symbol tables in an indirect manner, right? That's the context of the concept that we are calling it as one of the data structure in a three address code. Here finally we are having three data structures for the implementation of the three address code, that is quadruple, triple and indirect triple. While we are considering in the utility of these of the data structures like in quadruple and indirect triple, those two are in an similar, those two representations are similar as far their utility is concerned. But while coming to the triple, it is quite different from the quadruple and the indirect triple. And this is the most important concept in intermediate code generation. Explain about three address code or give the implementation of then three address code, or what are the data structures of the three address code. If you are having a question like this, then the answer for that questions are, you need to explain what the quadruple, what the triple and what the indirect triple. First initially you need to give the statements of those, and how many fields for each and every data structure consisting of, and then by taking with an input statement or an input expression, and first initially you need to write the three address code representations. That means you need to generate the translation statements from the given input expression by using a three address code representation, that is based on the forms of three address code representation. Then you need to show the three tables, then you need to show the three tables, and for the indirect tables you need to show the separate table for the reference numbers, that is new reference numbers are assigned to the old reference numbers, and in the table for the arguments 1 and argument 2 you need to refer the new along with the old. That means if I call a new reference number, then automatically it points to the old reference number, and from the table I can check it out from at the reference of 4, from the reference of 4 which temporary variable is stored under that 4, under the reference of 4. That means I am indirectly pointing out to get the temporary 2. Indirectly I am pointing out, but here in triples directly I am pointing out from the temporary variables. That is, I am calling in 0. If I want to or if I want to check it out what the 0 consisting of, directly I am checking that the 0 is with a temporary variable t1, right? But it can be done in an indirect manner, it can be done in a direct manner, nothing is there. But the both quadruple and indirect triples are similar in their representations. That means both the quadruple and indirect triples are beneficial for the code optimizations. But more than while comparing these three data structures, quadruple is much complex. That means it is very much beneficial for doing the code optimization, by performing the code optimizations, right? And this is the simple concept, knowing about how many data structures and knowing about what and knowing about how to represent the tables. That's it. It is a direct question from this unit. explain about or implementation of the 3 address code. Or if the question is like this, explain about the forms of intermediate code. Make a difference that forms of intermediate code and the implementation of 3 address code is totally different. Totally different. Forms of intermediate code means we're having 3 forms. What are those? 3 types of intermediate code representations. Syntax tree representation, Polish notation, 3 address. This 3 address code representation comes under the forms of intermediate code. Get the difference between the questions. Forms of intermediate code is different from implementation of 3 address code, right? And implementation of 3 address code, or explain the data structures of the 3 address code. Is it clear how to represent the tables for the quadruples, triples, and indirect triples? In the next class, I will explain about translation statements. It may be in the semantic analysis, I already explained the type checking, type equivalence, type statements, type conversions. All those are I already explained in a semantic analysis. Again, I am not repeating those concepts. Directly, I am going to the concepts under the intermediate code generation. In the next class, I will explain about the translation statements for this 3 address codes.